Okay, alright, let's see. We're gonna try something different today, okay? Alright, let's see. Can you guys see the beads? Okay, you can. Great. Alright, so I'm gonna move this planter out the way because I'm gonna pop my forehead with it. I'm gonna type it. Alright, so today we're gonna do how to tie your waist beads. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to tie on your waist beads. These are our standard 60-inch waist beads. And then we'll grab two more, and then I will show you guys how to tie those on. Alright, so real quick before I actually tie on the waist beads, as you guys can see, there's actually a gap now because I had some beads actually drop, okay? So you see the one waist bead right here, and then I have like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 of my waist beads actually dropped. This one right here, obviously, literally almost fell off this morning when I was walking down the stairs. Crazy work. And then the other ones have dropped too. So now I have this gap right here. So we're gonna add some more waist beads, okay? All right. So also, all the waist beads you see with the tags are available on the website. Okay. We do have a huge $8 sale going on right now on the website. And once again, good morning. Welcome to everybody that is on both of the streams. Alright, so we're going to start with this one right here. So this one right here, I actually did not create. I actually had to re-bead the waist bead. This waist bead right here is from Spiritual Mother. So I had it on at one point, and then I had to re-bead it. So, that part. But there we go. Cute little simple design in the middle. And I love that this bead has like a really cute gold design on it. And then I'm loving the burgundy in there, okay? Alright. Alright, so once again, I create the waist bead 60 inches with the pull loop. Just pull it. Sorry for my dog barking in the background, but you guys already know Monty doesn't like being outside, but he will have to live and make it work for right now. Alright, so I did put a loop on one side so your beads do not fall off. Alright, so as you can see, you can put your waist beads between here and here, your torso area. And it really depends on where you want your waist beads to go. So if you want your waist beads to not come off, period, point blank, you tie them more higher and closer to your body. My braids are in the way, but we'll live. Okay? So as you see, the fact that a lot of my beads are starting to drop, this particular one will be up to come off. As like, I don't know, it looks weird having that gap now because they dropped like maybe 3 days ago. So as you guys see, I'm not skinny. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm a normal size person. So whatever. There's that. All right, so I want mine to go up here so I can actually see it. As you see, I do have a bunch right that are just like kind of grouped together, but they're layered out. Normally they were fanned out, but now they're starting to separate. So now I'm probably thinking about resizing the other ones back where they were, up higher, so it won't look so gappy. You know, that looks not demure. Anyways, so with that being said, so what you do is you run your finger around, make sure all the beads are grouped together so there's no gap. You place the waist beads where you want them to go. So I don't want to be able to take these particular ones off. Alright, so you pull the extra beads out of the way where you want your beads to sit on your body. Alright, so as you see, I'm going to try to do it from the side. There you go. Alright, there we go. You can see it from the side. Alright, so you just gauge it where you want it to go, and then you slide the beads down. It takes a little while, especially for someone if this is like your first time tying on your waist beads. I've been at the market, and a lot of what's been going on lately is it's been getting, it's cold outside up here in New York. So a lot of people are like, hey, I'll get my waist beads and just tie them on at home. Okay, cool, no problem. Because, 10 out of 10, you have multiple layers on, and also you are not trying to, like, bead. Putting on beads outside is like -8 degrees. You don't saw that part. All right, so you put it where you want it to go. You make the X and you go around. Okay, 1 moment. That's the lunch alarm, but we're not to do that. All right. So you make an X, the beads down where you want them to go. You go around the knots, and then you tie them. Okay, so then once you tie it, they're there. All right, so you go around and tie. You go around and tie. So you go around and tie the knot 6 to 7 times. Not 67 times. 6 to 7 times. This is how you make the knot durable, and it's in one spot and your beads aren't going anywhere. Alright, so like that. But my dogs are doing the most right now. Alright, so anyways, as I'm tying the knot, as you see, there's extra beads down the side. Your extra beads, depending on whatever bead situation you have left, your extra beads may make another waist bead. It might make a bracelet, an anklet, a necklace. I don't know. You do what you want with it. Some people keep the extra, and then if they have multiple waist beads with the extra, they tie them together and make a multicolored waist bead going around their body. I like to call those half and halves. Or sometimes I like to be funny and call it a quilt work waist bead, because you'll have different, ends of multiple waist beads, and then you can tie them together. Alright, so as you see, I'm still tying. But this is how the waist beads stay on longevity, okay? Alright, so I slid the beads down the way so I have more room to tie the waist beads. I hope you guys can hear me over the dogs barking. Once again, my apologies for the dogs barking. Because I'm just like, of all days, they are just on one right now. Alright, so anyway, so once again, you tie it 6 to 7 times. You grab some scissors. Let me grab the scissors real quick. Scissors, scissors. That's like clizzers. Scissors or any sharp object, okay? And then you clip the side. Alright, and then, let me see, I got a lighter. So, like I always tell people, to seal in, like whether you choose to do it or not, they're still going to stay. But to seal them in, you just grab the lighter and you lightly tap the sides. And it's going to seal it in. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even put the flame on at all. The heat alone just sealed it in, and there we go. So that being said, I know, I'm sorry you guys, Monty is doing the most. And then Hal is outside chilling because, he's the outside dog. So there we go. So it's right here in the middle, and it's at the top. Okay. Alright, so now question, what color waist bead should I put on? That waist bead is going to be down here because we're gonna fix that gap right here. I'm eventually going to resize these ones. I don't know if I'm going to resize them. Look at it. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I'm debating if I'm going to resize those. If I do resize them, they're going to be, that's going to be a different stream. Alright. Because those ones are way bigger. So, here's another thing. Another reason why, you have a lot of people that might put them lower down here. Oh, there's another one. There it was. Okay. I was still feeling beads. I'm like, wait a minute. What is that on my body? Okay. Alright, there we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 waist beads that done dropped and almost fell off. And almost like literally fell down the stairs. It was crazy word. That was like, if it was like a camera on the wall, that'd have been like America's Funnest Videos minus me getting hurt, I guess. So anyways, So like I was saying, I had them down here and they fell even more. Is because I was able to still pull those off. You know, you can obviously take waist beads on and off if you want, depending on where you tie your waist beads. So when you tie them up higher up here, they're 10 out of 10 are not coming off. Obviously, everybody's body dynamics are different, but you know your own body. So if you still want to be able to take them off, you would tie them looser and have them further down. If you want them tighter, like these, to hold you more accountable, and these aren't coming off, then you tie these more tighter, obviously, to your body, and then you watch the progress of them sliding down as you're losing weight if you choose. You have some people that wear them for fashion, so they don't care where they sit and they just cutesy and demure. You got some people that put them high and watch them, you know, digress and drop. You got some people. I have a lot of customers that are pregnant and then they put them on and watch the beads go up because their belly are getting bigger because the baby's getting larger. And then I have a lot of customers that just had their babies and they're getting their waist beads on over the you know, the pooch area, hello, and they're watching their beads drop because they're walking and exercising and being held accountable to their lifestyle. So there's that. So eventually I will be resizing those, and these will, if I size these ones on, they're gonna be up here 10 out of 10, and that's holding more accountability. You see what I'm saying? So when these ones drop, then there's that. But I'm not trying to per se lose weight. I just want to lose the pudge right here. And I listen, even though I'm on a double stream, I can hold my accountability and say I like candy. Okay, I like to eat sugary stuff. That's my kryptonite. But with that being said, I gotta get this under control. You see what I'm saying? So there's that. Okay, so question: what color should I do next? I'm gonna put that lighter right there. Welcome everybody's in the street. How are you today? All right, welcome everybody. Hi, Dorothy Jones. Welcome in. Pink. Okay, I see someone say pink. All right, spiritual mother, you said pink. Let me find pink. All right, actually. All right, so this actual rack right here, I have not posted on the website, but I will be getting to that. Like I said, I've been adding new ones over and over, day by day and whatnot. All right, so you said pink. Let's do pink. All right, not that one. That one's a kid's one. Okay, so we're gonna do this pink. This pink right here glows in the dark. I have not posted these yet, but the whole strand glows in the dark. I haven't come up with a name for these yet, but as you can see, we have white butterflies. The butterflies glow, and the pink beads are glow in the dark beads also. Once again, all the waist beads you see on the back wall are available online. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna do this pink strand right here. Click with your bio book to purchase. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate my moderator. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. So let me explain it one more time because I see the numbers went up and we have more people in both streams. All right. So once again, you have you receive your waist beads in the mail. Boom. Or you see me at the market. However it happens to go. And I also do offer delivery services in Rochester also. So anyways, you have the pull knot. All right, so this one I'm gonna put a little bit lower. So therefore I can actually take this off over my head if I want to. And I'll show you how to actually take them off over your head before I even put this one on. All right, so like the other ones I showed you that have dropped, I can actually take these off like a shirt. You see what I'm saying? Long as they can go over your breast area, people, you can take your waist beads off, okay? So that part. Unless you happen to add a clip to them, this is what I mean when I say you can take them off like a shirt, okay? So you have some people that are like, oh my God, girl, you wear these all the time, 24/7. Yes, but I can literally take some of them off if I want to. You see what I'm saying? So that part. You know, some days you might not want all your beads on at the same time. Sometimes you might want to change them out with your outfit. what I personally do sometimes is if I'm wearing a certain color, well, I don't really go out like that anymore, so there's that. But if I were to be wearing a certain outfit for a certain event, I would put certain colors in and keep certain colors out. And then that's how, you can change out your waist beads without taking them off. So there's that. And then for a lot of people are like, oh my God, I wear dresses. Okay, cool. You put your beads under the dress, but a lot of people by now have like those waist trainers or the shape shifter thingies and all of that or whatever, and you can just put that over it, put your dress on, and then still wear the certain beads that you want to wear out. Or if you don't want to show none of your beads at all, then you put the trainer on around it and then put your dress on over it, and then it's gonna smooth your body out, and you're not gonna be looking all like lumpy from wearing multiple beads. All right, so here we go, real quick. All right, so you put them on your body where you want them to go. Let's see. All right, let me see. So I'm using the camera. Bear with me for a second. I'm using the camera to see where I want to put the beads. All right, also, with your hip area, you also gauge it from that side, from your back. Because, well, like I said, everybody's body is different. But where your hips sit is usually where your waist beads are going to sit at, and then you dangle them down where you want them to go. And then that's where you'll see where they will sit, especially when you want the fanned out effect. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to stick it like right here so you guys can literally see it. Alright, let's see. Alright, so then also, I'm also thinking in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'll actually put the butterflies closer together because I personally would want more butterflies on closer together on the strand if I'm wearing it. So that's just me as a designer, as an engineer, me sitting here talking to you guys in real time as I'm actually putting on the waist bead, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of would wanted more butterflies inside. So I do have a lot more designs where the butterflies are close together. All right, so if I turn it around, it's gonna look like right here. Oh, sorry, I couldn't see. Once again, I'm gauging it from the camera, you guys. All right, cool. All right, so there we go. So I'm gonna turn it back. I'm gonna do it from the side so you guys can see. All right, so once again, did I make it at the end? I did. So you push the beads out the way. Make an X, go around. And then you go around. You tie it, you go around the knot. This is how you secure the knot. You got some people that will tie the knot and the knot goes down the line. That makes no sense because you have to cut it. That's why you go around the knot, and it keeps the knot secure and more durable in the same spot. Alright, so in the mornings, also what I'm going to start doing is instead of you guys seeing me, sorry, my throat's got super dry. Oh my gosh. And I don't even have no water down here. It's crazy work. I don't even have the water down in the shop. But anyways, like I was saying, instead of you guys seeing me sitting down creating the waist beads, I'll be in front of the camera, in front of the bead wall, and I'll be showing the waist beads in real time. Can't see. What is that? Love this tutorial. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, like I said, I definitely don't mind. People are like, you like have these on all the time? Yes. You know what? I also think it gives great discipline too, but also it helps you with your back issues. For people that literally have back problems, you wearing waist beads will actually help you with your core muscle in your stomach area and in your back area because when you feel the beads on you, your brain goes, oh my God, I want to pop them, and you're starting to sit up more. You see what I'm saying? Also, I also wear a waist trainer also, and I used to have back issues because I got in a car accident back in 2008. So, anyways, with that being said, I'm not just saying it because it sounds great or that'd be a great selling avenue to go down. No, I'm literally letting you know that it definitely. Thank you, Alexa. Anyways, she decided it's time for lunch. I know it's time for lunch. But anyways, it helps you. It helps you sit up straighter. When you sit up straighter, it's better body posture. You're not sitting hunched over, looking like Attila the Hun. You know, so that part. And once again, it's great discipline. And then also, it's also a boost in your confidence because it's body jewelry. You know, everybody always feels good when they know they look good. You know, so that part. All right, let me grab the scissors. And like I always tell people, and people do ask me at the market all the time, they're like, "Do you have to be a certain culture?" No. You can buy whatever you want if you like it. It's your money. If it makes you happy, then that's what it is. So once again, you take the lighter. You take the lighter and just go near it. You don't have to touch the waist bead at all. Okay. The heat from the flame alone will seal it in. All right. So as you see, that one is like right there, and it glows in the dark. So that one's cute. I like how that. I like where that sits, and it's like it's comfortable. And then like I told you guys, I'm just trying to get rid of this. I can poke it. It's soft and squishy. Yes. Okay. Whoopie doo. But I want it to go down. I want it to go down. Okay. So when we start seeing these beads dropping lower, okay, you're like, oh, okay, she's over here working out. I didn't sit here and buy this stepper and treadmill for no reason. All right. So now we're gonna tie on one more waist bead, but I want to show you. Well, two. We're gonna do two more, but I'm gonna show you something real quick. So how I was talking about earlier, where say you got two different waist beads and you have extra, and you like I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna show you something. Mm, okay. Perfect example. All right. So say you got two different waist beads, right? All right. So say you got two different waist beads. And remember how I told you guys earlier how you could tie them together and create a whole other waist bead? This is what I mean when I call it a half and half. I don't even care if you got 4 or 6 pieces to tie together. This is how you do it. So you just tie them together like regular, like I just showed you how to tie your waist beads. You make a knot, boom, it's not going nowhere. You go around and make the knots. Once again, you do the same thing. You do it 6 to 7 times. And that knot should literally be in the same spot. You shouldn't be like, oh, I was doing the knot and it was going all down the line. You weren't tying it right. All you do is go around it and make a knot. Okay? And it's not as hard as it looks, so I don't want somebody melting out their chair like, oh my god, that's too much going on. No, you just go around. Alright, so I'm gonna do it again. Boom. And listen, and the reason why I'm showing this video and doing it is because I always hear people talking about, like, I got the pieces, I just don't even know what to do with it. I'm not really an anklet girly like that, you know? It's a little restrictive. Okay, I get it. There we go. This is how you utilize all your waist beads, you guys. For the people that be like, hey, I got the 60-inch waist bead, but is extra length. What do I do with the extra? Use it. So what you do is take the lighter, cut off the extra, seal it on the side so it's not looking all raggedy, because that's crazy work. And then, boom. Now, look, one side's blue, one side's pink. Now you just created a whole new waist bead. You feel me? You just created a whole new waist bead, and it's custom. Nobody else has it. And now you got people turning heads like, wait a minute, where'd you get that from? And you're like, don't worry about it. You feel me? So, that part. So, how I put it right here, I put it together. And I just seal the sides just in case. There we go. Cute and demure. Can't even tell like that. It's bonded together. You can tell, obviously, it's bonded together. But it's not looking crazy work. And no, it's not about to pop off and be looking crazy while you're at the supermarket at all, because you already sealed it together. You tied it and you sealed it, so that part. So once again, you put it where you want it to go. Okay, so I like the glow in the dark part, so we're gonna save more pink and then adjust it to where the blue is. And then let's see where is it gonna go. No, I don't want it down there. You know what? No, we're gonna put it up here because I said so. Look, and once again, I don't know if you like, for the people who were in the live last time, this is what I mean when I said I glow in the dark. A lot of my body jewelry glows in the dark, so that part. Alright, so the reason why I stuck it way up here, it's not going to stay up here, obviously, because you see all the space. I'm putting it right there because I want to save all the pink. So I'm going to leave it right here, and then it's going to probably drop somewhere in the vicinity of this bushel area. Alright, so you go around. Alright, so now what is the next? I'm going to do one more. What color should I do next, you guys? Once again, we are on a double stream. And then how this is extra right here. You can, like I said, you can save it for the next time you buy more waist beads or whatever the case is and do another half and half. Or you can put it on your kid or your dog. I don't know. Turn it into a keychain. Whatever you want to do with it. I always tell this story. I have this one customer, when she buys her waist beads, her fur baby is like one of those toy poodles you can stick in your purse, and the dog has waist beads on too. Like, seriously. So she her fur baby got matching beads. Okay, you can do what you want. I got a lot of customers that get their waist beads and they put the extra on their kid as a bracelet or an anklet. You see what I'm saying? So now you got like a mommy and me situation. Or Alright, so even with all the butterflies that you see throughout the waist beads on the website and everywhere else, they do glow in the dark. All the butterflies do glow in the dark. If I ever have butterflies that do not glow in the dark, I will literally put it in the title that the butterflies don't glow. Just because everybody's used to certain charms in my different creations glowing. Alright. I know, somebody's like, dang, she's still tying? Yep, I'm still tying. You want your beads to stay on longevity? Because, listen, I have customers that are like, girl, look at my beads. It's been 3 years. You see what I'm saying? And they still got their beads on. Alright. Alright, so one more time for good luck. Boom. Once again, welcome everyone that's in both of the streams, okay? Okay. Alright, I don't know where this is at necessarily. See, so it literally just fell in them and... okay, where'd it go? Okay, here it is. So it literally just fell, like, right there. You probably can't even see it now because it disappeared in the abyss of the other waist beads. But I love that it's a half and half because, look, that side's blue, but then that side's pink. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of really depends. I think that's pretty dope. Yo, no, I just thought about it and I was kind of chuckling because I was watching Gen V on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I think you guys will like it. But this waist bead kind of reminded me of that one girl's necklace. It's a half pearl and half chain because she switches. She switches because her superpower is different. So, but anyway, so that's how you do a half and half waist bead. All right, so let's do one more tie on how to tie your waist beads. Because I see that there's other people, you know, the chat is going in and out, which is awesome. There's a lot of people rolling through. Oh my heavens. All right, let's see. What color next? We should do one more, you guys. Okay, we're gonna do one more. What color? If no one picks a color in about like 20 seconds, I don't like that gap. Like I'm glad the beads dropped though, but I'm just looking at the camera like I don't like that. ah, I don't like that. Okay, because I was like I'm glad I'm glad they dropped, but I don't like the gap. All right, so I'm gonna pick one more since no one said anything, and let's do. Ooh, hold on. Okay, so actually I'm gonna take one off of this one. This one right here is called Gold Summer Rain. Okay. This is Gold Summer Rain. I'm gonna do a shorter one here because. All right. So this is more of a hard gold with multi-colors, and it also has rondelles in there. I'm saying rhinestones. It has rondelles in there. All right, so I'm gonna pick a shorter one. The shorter ones are more at the market because I have children that are client customers also. All right, so I'm gonna show you up close. This is Gold Summer Rain. This is already on the website. That's Gold Summer Rain. All right, so I picked the shorter one. Like I said, I do have children customers also, and the reason why, like I do have them, obviously the parents can buy them at 60 inches and do as they please. Makes more sense to me, and you're saving more. You're like it makes more sense. But anyways, you got some parents that are like, I don't want the long strand. Can you make them shorter for the kids? That's not a problem. So here we go. So when you guys do see me on stream and I'm making like shorter waist beads that are not 60 inches, those 10 out of 10 are for the children. And I do have, you know, smaller petite individuals that are like, I don't want the 60 inch, I just want the smaller one. I do have them available. Alright, so I'm going to stick this one up here. So this one's holding me more accountable, obviously, and I want to see these beads drop. I will start doing exercise lives in the evening. I'm not going to do them in the morning because I'm only one person. I can't be sitting here doing everything at the same time. But anywho, yeah. Because listen, it's crazy because like on a good day, all these waist beads will be under the belly button area. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I be telling you guys, when you do eat or you do drink water or you live your daily lifestyles, your beads will go up or go down, which means fluctuate. Your beads will fluctuate however you live your day-to-day life. If one day you might be eating more than usual, your beads will go up more. If your beads are dropping more, that means you're working out or your water weight is not as high. Water weight is when you're consuming fluids and your body is taking on the fluid level before you digest it out of your body. There you go. Okay? So that's how that works. So that's why if you ever wake up and be like, yo, I look bigger than I was last week, or I look bigger last night versus this morning, or I look smaller. Usually when you wake up in the morning, you're at your skinniest, quote unquote, because once you lay down and go to sleep, that's when your body goes into recycle mode, and that's how you get rid of all the waste and whatever you did the day before. So that's why people tend to look smaller in the morning. All right, there we go. So I'm not going to do it too tight for this particular one also. You always want to leave like 2 fingers worth of room, unless you're one of them people who don't bloat like that. You see what I'm saying? If you know you bloat a lot or your weight fluctuates, make sure you leave room so if your body does happen to fluctuate in weight, you're not having to cut off your beads. That's also what FYI for those people who be like, girl, Summertime I look like this, but winter I look like that, or vice versa. Everybody's different. Word. So definitely keep that in mind also. Another thing, ooh, I had a lot of people saying last week they have doctor's appointments and they have to do X, Y, and Z. If you know that you have doctor's appointments and you have to go to doctors to get CAT scans or whatever, make your beads loose enough on your body that you can take them off, because you already know once some doctors cut off your whatever's, you're going to be upset that you no longer have it. I've been getting a lot of people in the summertime came and replaced their waist beads because the doctors had to cut them off. You feel me? A lot of people go in for surgery or whatever sorts, or doctor's appointments because you're getting older now or whatever it may be. So keep that in mind also if you're a person who has to go to the doctors and you're like, oh my God, I don't want them to cut my stuff off. Also, if you're one of the people who go to the doctors all the time and you don't want them cutting your stuff off, I also can put a clip on your waist beads. So you can take them on and off and they're removable. So I do have that as an option too. Send me a message, that's not a problem. And that is not an extra charge at all. All my waist beads are standard 60 inches. So therefore, if you need anything longer than 60 inches, let me know and I can accommodate you, and that's definitely not a problem at all whatsoever. Alright. There we go. So that is how you tie your waist beads, everyone. So we did how to tie your waist beads, the ones that are more looser that you can take them off. We did how to tie your waist beads where they are tighter and they're holding you more accountable. And then I also showed you how to do the half and half waist bead for the extra pieces you have from your waist beads. So I kind of think I covered a few topics because I hear people talk throughout, while they're looking at waist beads or whatever case is, or people will ask me while I'm on stream certain questions. Like you see it, look, like this. It's extra. This is not really that much. What are you going to do with it? Either A, you can save it and add it to your other waist bead, or you can make an inklet. You see what I'm saying? So people may put it on their spouse also. We got a lot of people who do that too. So, I mean, the ideas are endless on what you choose to do with your beads. Okay, what'd you say, spiritual mode? A lot of people have soul ties to their waist beads, so I do recommend what you're saying. Yeah. That part. Okay. Oop. All right, so I'm thinking about, okay, like I was telling you guys earlier about being in front of the bead bar and the bead wall right here and doing, showing you guys all the waist beads up close. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a evening live. I'm thinking we should do that. Or not an evening live, it's 11:48. Matter of fact, I'll probably come back in like an hour. I got to come down for lunch. But yeah, matter of fact, yeah, we'll do it at 1 p.m. We'll do a live sale, you guys, okay? And so I will show you guys the waist piece up close. If you're certain colors you're looking for or into or wanted to see up close, then let me know. So I'm gonna come down for lunch. Spiritual, yes. Yeah. Look, listen, this right here was an intro. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This was more of an intro because as you guys already know, I'm always in front of the camera, but I'm sitting got down. You guys normally don't see me standing up in front of the camera. So this was more of a sampler. There you go. I don't know. That's probably wasn't even the proper word to use, but we're gonna rock with it anyways. This was more of a sampler and me getting used to standing up and talking in front of both cameras and still trying to articulate on the same topic because I'm looking at the camera and I'm like, oh my God. All right, but anyways, but not in a bad way though. So with that being said, you guys, after lunch, I'm gonna pop back on here. We're gonna do a double stream again, and we're gonna go on the wall. Now this live right here to go through all these waist beads might take like an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'm just keeping it G with you guys. So if you wanna grab a pen and paper when you come into the stream now, so you can see which ones you want, or if you wanna go to the link in the bio and go on the website, then that's cool. I literally have like over 200 waist beads on the website right now. And that's not even this rack right here that you see right there. This side rack is not even online yet. And that right there is a whole nother 100 waist beads that aren't even posted yet. So I'm getting to it. So for people who do get overwhelmed, like, girl, you got a lot going on because it's hella waist beads. I can't focus, or every time I see something new and you show something else that's even cuter than the last one, if you get overwhelmed, then definitely take your time looking on the website and shop as you please. Like I said, do have a lot of waist beads that are different prices, but they range between $5, $8, $10, and $12, and some might be 15, and those are the more of the custom design ones. So the crystal waist beads are not up there on the website yet, but they will be by next week. I'm doing like 50, 11 things, so that part. So with that being said, I'm gonna cam down for lunch, get that situated, and then I'm gonna cam back up, and we're gonna be on the bead wall. All right. So I definitely appreciate everybody in the live. That was definitely a vibe, and I will catch you guys at like 1 o'clock.